Hello again, YouTubers, on with SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with our review of episode 24 of the Patrick Star Show, Stuntin and Olly Olly organ free. This hypnosis states Patrick gets a stunt double. Also, Patrick's organs leave his body in protest. Let's dive right in. Stuntin featured another round of Patrick and Grandpat conflict, and it was fairly decent. The episode begins with Patrick doing some epic stunt biking. I definitely appreciated the Patrick-shaped fireworks. However, when transitioning over to an advertisement, Patrick breaks his arm trying to open the jar of Star brand pickles and is then whisked away in an ambulance that promptly goes off a cliff. And explodes, of course. Squidina comes up with the idea of having Grandpat be a stunt double on the Patrick show so as to reduce the likelihood of disruptions to production. Things go fairly normally, with Grandpat taking the hit by a coconut during the shaking the coconut tree segment, but things take a wild turn. Suddenly, the show moves to a boxing arena, where Patrick is about to face off a sea bear, and it turns out as well as you would have expected. Patrick gets absolutely clobbered, in part due to Grandpat's fidgeting with the horn, causing Squidina to be unable to call for Grandpat to step in as a stunt double. This begins a sequence of scenes where Grandpat tries to usurp all the good stuff Patrick is getting on and off the show. From a giant DIY cheese sandwich to Patrick's birthday celebration and even Patrick's own bed. Patrick has had enough and proposes he become a stunt triple on the show, which for some reason union rules and Bikini Bottom mandate the presence of. So we get both Patrick and Grandpat blasting out of cannons and interrupting each other's stunts. Eventually, they get into a tussle and crash into a random guy's barbecue grill, providing us with yet another epic explosion. I should probably start categorizing explosions based on the wide variety we are getting in, all the SpongeBob series. The accident somehow results in Patrick and Grandpat being fused together and shrunk to a minute size, smaller than that of a pickle. They are fished out by Squidina and eaten, ending the episode. Honestly, I didn't really get the point of the ending. How did they even end up like that? We never get an explanation. The plot gets 8 out of 10. I thought having a stunt-based episode was a great idea, perfectly in line with the randomness of the Patrick show. At the same time, having the stunt double and subsequently stunt triple concepts introduced definitely added more flavor to the episode. Animation gets 8 out of 10. The biking stunts were super cool, but you know what's even more epic? Watching Patrick get torn apart by the sea bear without even getting the chance to return blows. I do wonder what would have happened if Grandpat had in fact been sent in to replace Patrick, though. Looking back at Grandpat's history, maybe he would put up a fight. Or not. Unique characteristics gets 8 out of 10. While we don't get that much extreme sports action in SpongeBob, this was definitely miles closer to extreme sports than what we've seen in episodes like, quote, Extreme Spots from Season 9. I also thought the use of Grandpat as a stunt double was really unique as opposed to a random tough fish. So overall, Stuntin gets 24 out of 30 from me. We then move on to Olly Olly Organ Free, and firstly, what kind of title is that? On consolation, at least it does tell me the episode is about organs. The episode begins with Patrick hungrily chowing down toxic foods packed into a sandwich, and at this point, his organs have had enough. Once he gets on the show, he starts feeling sick and gets Squidina to appear as if she's using a chainsaw to operate on him. Well, we did see Squidina do that operation in Home Ec, so I was really expecting something like that. But she just chops open a log of wood and gets a key which Patrick uses to open up his belly. Ew. With that, his lungs, stomach, intestines, and even heart jump out and leave him. Where's his brain, you might be wondering? Well, that has been lost for quite some time now, so how can he even function without organs? I don't expect SpongeBob episodes to make much sense, but having organs is so vital for life. It's not even possible for him to still be walking around like that. Regardless, Patrick then gets blown around town by the wind and is repurposed as a pennant, tent, and even parachute. Meanwhile, his organs crash a boat into Bubble Bass's butt and then hightail over to a club to party. Patrick eventually returns home and is mistaken for a mop/cloth by Bunny, who uses him to scrub the kitchen, which is, kind of painful. Patrick realizes he really needs some organs, so he swallows all the kitchen appliances and becomes a monstrous walking hunk of metal. In true silly fashion, his parents think he's handsome, and they want to imitate him by swallowing the furniture. Seriously, what? At the club, Patrick's organs are lured into the VIP room by a masked man who turns out to be a butcher who has trapped them in his meat deli. Things got dark real fast. Patrick goes around town helping random people with the appliances in his body before being drawn to that new deli. And boy, are his organs happy to see him. Unfortunately, Patrick doesn't even notice them and requests the bag of chips from the butcher. And, this is the last straw. His organs combine and burst out from the display, chasing Patrick all the way down to the dump, where the appliances within him are magnetized by the giant separator magnet. Patrick's organs catch up to him and apologize, asking or even begging him to take them back, and he does agree, ending the episode. Well, after all the stuff drops on him, of course. Well, I guess that was sort of a happy ending. Plot gets 6 out of 10. The theme around Patrick's organs was just strange, but I guess we did get a positive moral of the story in that you should cherish what you have because you don't know when you'll lose them. Animation gets 8 out of 10. As always, we got a whole bunch of cool scenes from the coffin-like, fridge, Das Club, Patrick being repurposed as a tent, and even the deli showdown, which was, a bit icky, was still quite epic to watch. Unique characteristics get 7 out of 10. Well, we don't get a focus on organs in SpongeBob that much, so I'll give this episode that. Usually it has to do with brains or even teeth, but not literally all the organs required to live. Then again, you can't live without the brain, so actually maybe this is just an evolution of that kind of theme. Overall, Olly Olly Organ Free gets 21 out of 30 from me. So that's all for our review of these 2 episodes. Let me know in the comments what you thought about them. Make sure to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys again in the next SpongeBob video coming real soon. Till then, bye!